Ask Sue. She'll give you a thumbs up.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
From iPhone.
Okay. Beautiful. Let me emit champagne. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Can you believe February 9th already, 2022? All right. This month is obviously a short month. So we're super excited to see what the production will be for the month. In regards to agent count, we are on track. Yeah, we're super excited about that. All right, let's start with our mission and our vision. Who wants to step up and provide our mission? Come on. I know Cheyenne did it last. All right, my man. Thank you so much. Stand up. Loud and proud. Let's start off with our mission.
Our mission to provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained, and motivated to experience growth, wealth, a legacy that allows them to live the best life possible.
Wonderful. Let's continue. Our vision. What is our vision?
To achieve amazing professional and personal development so that KWSB remains the agency of choice.
Fantastic. And our belief, right? When the values of our company align with our own beliefs, you know you found your professional home. So thank you very much for stepping up, guys. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, I'd like to welcome to our KW South Bay, Fabiola, Matthew, Steve. Steve is back.
Steve, yeah,
Steve is back. Marcos, Nadia, and Levy. So let's give a round of applause to all the newcomers. That's right, more to come. More to come. So we're super excited about that. You know, the alignment and obviously the culture and the synergy that we have here at Keller Williams. Look, this is a contribute to what's happening here in the South Bay. So I'm super excited. And again, I got to thank the leaders, thank my staff and myself working consistently countless hours bringing talent to the office. So again, welcome to the family.
All right.
Let's do this. Okay, motivational minute. To be yourself, but always your better self. This resonates with me 100%. You know, especially in what we do, right? We're in sales, and you know the industry can be notorious, right? But ultimately, you have to be self-motivated because no one is going to tell you to get up and show up and do what we need to do. So to be a better of yourself, you definitely have to have that inspiration on a regular basis, right? Wake up and say, today is going to be the day that I get a new buyer. Today is going to be the day that I'm going to get that seller. And I hear Bob consistently every single day, picking up the phone, making those connections, and sometimes the good, the bad, and the ugly, right, Bob?
I got an F off yesterday.
There you go. Let's give them a round of applause for that. Unfortunately, what we do is sometimes not easy, right? Not comfortable. And the problem where I see a lot of like newer agents, right, is they feel uncomfortable picking up the phone and making a call. What if they say, I'm not interested, get me off your list, F you, get me off that do not call, you know, whatever the case may be, it happens, but that's just the blunt of what we do. Take the good, the bad, and the ugly for a minute and just keep chipping away every single day, guys, okay? Bob is a prime example that he may have some crappy days, which I've seen him. I've been, you know, beat down today, and I've heard him, but he shows up every single day. And that's a commitment. So be yourself, but always be a better of yourself as well. So I love this motivational minute. Any thoughts, questions, anything you'd like to share with that? Yes,
Actually, Simon, tomorrow from 1 to 3 through SBAOR, I will be delivering Dialing for Dollars.
Wonderful.
So if people want to learn some of those things I say every day that you get to listen to every single day,
Right.
I'll be sharing that tomorrow.
Is,
1 to 3 SBAOR.
Okay.
Yeah, just check the SBA, and Holland will put it out too.
Okay, beautiful. Even better.
Just a side note too, Simon, on that. If you're reaching out to 2,000 people and 99% of them say no and 1% of them say yes, that's still 20 potential leads. So don't get
100%.
discouraged when you're making those calls.
That's the key. Do not get discouraged, right? You're gonna get a lot of no's before you get a yes,
Exactly.
okay? And that goes in any aspect of it. Talk to Gary. A couple of weeks back, we were heading to Palm Springs, okay? I was carpooling with a couple of our agents. Gary was one. 4 hours to get to Palm Springs, guys.
Oh, yeah.
4 hours. I saw Gary on the phone. I didn't even talk to Gary. And he was my passenger. Why? Because he was on the freaking phone for 4 hours as we were traveling to Palm Springs. Non-stop. I kid you not. Now, I had Sammy behind me, and I also had Fred Howard with me, so I was having dialogue and conversation. But Gary was on his phone. Okay? And he was making connections, follow us, people he needed to talk to. And it was just a reminder the importance of what we do on a regular basis, right? It's the connections, right? Prospecting. It's not fun. But I remember, I think who said this, that you gotta, I wrote it down. I don't want to even blow it up. I'll probably end up seeing it on our next team meeting. But sometimes we just gotta get out of our comfort zone and just do it. Mess up, it's okay. Okay, because we all mess up. I'll be the first to admit, I mess up all the single time, every time. But I'll still stay dedicated and committed to what I do, okay? The question is, are you committed? And this is why it's so valuable of having these little quotes, right? That resonates with us, but ultimately it provides us with hope, right? Opportunities, right? Opportunities are out there, your competitors are out there. The question is, are you getting some of that market share? Okay. Just saying.
Did you learn something that 4 hours being in the car with Gary?
Did I learn something in the 4 hours? I didn't really learn anything, but I would see Gary consistently looking, and there was times that I thought he was asleep, okay, but he wasn't. He was actually either on his phone checking messages or on the phone itself. It took us 4 hours. We left Friday afternoon around 3 o'clock, guys. Heading to Palm Springs. Yeah, we should have taken 2 hours, folks. Literally took us four hours. We were supposed to check into the hotel and then go into the restaurant. We had to go straight to the restaurant, and we were still about 15, 20 minutes late to the restaurant. But all good, man. But that's just a commitment that we have to do. Now, Gary is an example of going beyond crazy, you know, because this guy is nonstop. I go upstairs, check in with the agents up there, and what do I do? Constantly on the phone. You know, but he goes on listing appointments, works with buyers, and this is why he's trying to grow his team. So good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Also want to share the luxury learning series. This is international. This is KW. This is not our internal. This is being provided by International. It'll be this Friday, February 11th from 10 to 11. There's a link if you want to check it out. It's on our calendar. I know we constantly send you reminders. This Friday, February 11th from 10 to 11. Keller Williams International, the luxury learning series. Also Friday, February 11th from 1 to 2, I will be in person and also on Zoom develop a top producing mindset for 2022. Now, again, if you are not jumping onto the producer's mindset every day, the 8 o'clock to 8:30, 30 minutes is all we ask. Okay, I encourage you to start jumping in. That's how I was able to get Steve back. It wasn't me. It was because he checked in and he said, look, that 8 o'clock producer's mindset is what got me back. I'm telling you. Well, Simon, it's early, 8 o'clock. Can't you push it for later? top performers are up even earlier, making calls, getting their day set. So 8 o'clock is no excuse, team, no excuse. 30 minutes is all we ask for a powerful message from, our leaders, such as Calabasas, Long Beach, LA Harbor, and then South Bay. And every Friday, right, we have a guest speaker as well. What's up? Go what? Raiders? Where's Chris at?
Yeah,
Every Friday, we have a guest speaker that we either have from each of the market centers as well to give us their insight. A couple of weeks back, I had Wendy Soto as my guest speaker, and she provided a lot of insight how powerful segues and how she approaches her business. Who wants to close more deals in 2022, right? Who wants to work with more sellers in 2022? Again, it's very important to have the right frame of mind and the mindset. And again, just going to have candid conversations regarding how to approach that, because it's all up here, right? Okay, very powerful. So Friday, February 11th for 1 o'clock. Love to see you here in person. Also, this Saturday we have our Ignite Marathon. Okay, remember the Twilight Zone Marathon? You guys remember that? No? Yes? Yeah. But they would have the marathon, right, where they would go for a whole week of just 30 minutes of different series, right? Well, guess what? The Ignite program that we are doing, we're doing it this Saturday, February 12th. Please jump in there. We have some great instructors spearheading different topics. Okay, we here at the office are also doing the Ignite program, but here's all in one day, condensed into 30-minute conversations of the ins and outs, right? How to host an open house. Aaron is really good. He has a passion for open house. I'm a true believer to open house. When I started my career, that was one of the things that I just tapped in. I didn't like door knocking. I did not like picking up the phone, but I was great at doing open houses because I knew people would come in. And that's how you start building those connections and those relationships. So, please take full advantage of the Ignite this Saturday, February 12th, from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. All the topics will also be there as well. Say you don't want to jump on the 9 o'clock, but you want to jump on the 1 o'clock. By all means, it's all going to be virtual on Zoom. Thanks. Any questions regarding the night? All right. Also, it's that time of the year, right? Our 2021 award ceremony. I know we mentioned it last week, Wednesday, February 16th. That's next week, ladies and gentlemen, from 12 to 1 p.m. It'll be here at the office. We'll have lunch, and also we're going to have a margarita machine. Right. I think that's the reason a lot of people are coming, right?
Just to increase the number of calls in the afternoon, right?
Everybody's coming for the margarita machine.
Remove that fear of rejection.
It's funny.
You make more calls after a few margaritas.
It's so funny, team. The refrigerator was filled with beers and sodas. You go there, it's gone. Who is drinking all of our beverages?
Kevin Burke.
It's Kevin. Where's Kevin at?
I gotta bring up, fill it up.
Yeah.
Fine, I took one.
Anyways, this coming up Wednesday, February 16th, we're going to set it up really nice and pretty. We're going to have balloons. We're going to have the red carpet. And please be here to support all of our award winners, all of our producers that hit their goals, their expectations in 2021. So it's a congratulations to all the agents that contribute to their own business. So I am very much excited and looking forward to it. All of leadership is going to be here again next Wednesday, February 16th, 12 to 1. and food and beverages will be provided. Okay, if you have any questions, please reach out to Natalie, Holland, or myself, or Ed, and Sonia. If not, hey! You know, to RSVP, guys. All right, let's have Ed come up and talk a little bit about the calendar.
Sure. Hey, first of all, one thing I want to make sure you guys know, so tomorrow, where's it at? Thursday, 3 o'clock, working on wealth. We have a representative coming tomorrow from Zoom Cost to talk all about the Easy Flip program. So you guys remember she was here a couple months ago. So as a refresher, Easy Flip program is you find a flip property, you get Zoom Cost involved, they purchase the property, they pay for all the renovations, they pay for all the contractors, they coordinate it and do all the work. And then when they sell it, you get to keep half of the profit and you get to list the property and get the commission from the listing. And if you double side it, you get to keep that as well. So they take out all the costs and you take zero of the risk. If the whole thing is a complete flop and they find a crack in the foundation and it ends up costing millions of dollars and it, that's not on your back, right? So it's pretty amazing. In fact, so amazing, I find it kind of hard to believe, which is why I want you guys to prepare your hardest questions possible. And let's put her through the, I would rather find out any holes in the program now than when any of us is involved and going through a transaction. It sounds wonderful. And hopefully it is that great. And so let's ask her whatever tough questions you guys all come up with and find out the details. But it sounds pretty awesome. Ray, do you have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and the range is up to 2 million, from what I understood, and it could be anywhere in the nation, on the state as well.
Yeah, so we got to hear her from, so Mandy and Simon, if you guys want to chime in at all on any of the details that from the ALC retreat, or you guys were here from the ALC retreat, any details that I'm missing?
Just that your investment is your initial commission. When you sell them the property, that commission that's your investment in the deal.
So yeah, I guess you do have some skin in the game because you are losing out on the original the original commission you would have gotten from the purchase. So yeah, good point. Good point. It's Zoom tomorrow. 3 o'clock. I mean, I'll be hosting it from here if you wanted to be here in the training room, but you can also access it via Zoom. So I guess hybrid is the correct answer. But it's on the schedule and you can access it either way. Yes.
If you haven't capped yet, how does that work through the brokerage? Because you guys are supposed to have a percentage.
You know, we haven't yet figured that out yet because it really depends. The policy says that you must first do one regular transaction before an agent can actually do a freebie. So we're still trying to iron out the elements of that as an opportunity. Yeah, Manny.
I can tell you basically how it's going to work because it's soon to them as well. But this access pretty much is for you guys to be able to build wealth for yourself and for your clients as well. You don't have to do just for yourself, right? It can be something on the MLS or something not on the MLS. It's whatever makes sense numbers wise, right? Now the key over here, you don't really lose anything. The risk is on them pretty much 100%. They upfront everything, the funds and the risk and the costs and everything. Your skin in the game, like you mentioned, is you basically upfronting or being credited for whatever commission you would have earned on the purchase side. Now, we didn't close anything yet, but if I had to think loud, is only when you're going to release the property and you will, because it's your property to release afterwards, and you're going to get, let's going to offer you 6% commission. So you can make, either 3% or 6%. Then the broker is going to take their piece. Whatever you put as part of the investment from the buy side, we don't care about that. Make sense?
Yep.
So, and then you keep 50% of the net profits of the flipped property, basically. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's how I would run it, but we didn't get to that point yet. But it's a triple win, so that's fine.
It's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah.
Let's find those investments. Let's get you into investing, right? And we have the leverage and power of this platform that is helping our agents, see financial independence, right? I mean, we do sales, but tap into the opportunities that are out there. Working with a licensed bonded contractor and helping you achieve those elements and then have that listing. So it's a win-win on the front and a win-win on the end too as well, so.
And then I'm gonna be like a Simon for a second, right? Feels good. I'll put the Simon hat is, that's important. So the most important thing is this. The goal here is not for you to become this worldwide, whatever investors, if you will, great. But you have to remember, if you come across a financial opportunity, you have to do what? 3 times, say the same word?
Disclose.
Disclose. You know, that's what the front is over here, right? The big back front over here. So you have to tell the person, hey, look, I might be interested to do a flip of this property with my investor partners. Make sense?
Yeah.
And if the person is interested, great. If not, you can touch it. So because then it's gonna become very sticky, but you have to disclose. And if it's opportunity, go for the win.
I love it. So my compliance hat is coming in. I can see all kinds of red flags. Talk to me about it because there's specific language that we need to add because we are licensed, right? And because we know the opportunities, right? But also is the outcome too. We're in it to make a profit, right? So you have to disclose all those elements. And I don't want to go too deep into it because that's not what we're intending to do today. But yeah, disclose you're a licensed agent, disclose that you are buying the property in Low Valley because it's probably a flip property and that you're going to sell it for the approach of profit. As long as you cover all bases, the seller cannot come back and say, well, they, took advantage of me. Okay, so again, I don't want to go into all the elements of it. When that time comes, I'm super excited. I'm rooting for you. We'll have that conversation and then I'll lay it out and how to prepare the offer, disclosures and all the elements to it because there's disclosures when you buy, there's disclosures when you sell as well, right? So, it's great stuff. All right. So, yes, Rosie.
It's gonna be like cash, those investors are gonna pay cash?
Yeah. You can go in with a non-contingent loan and all the elements of it if you want to release all contingencies, knowing that you're going to go in there, but also, when they and please jump on this Zoom call tomorrow because again, ask those hard questions, right? What if scenarios? And that way she can say, well, this is what needs to happen because they're going to do their homework. They're not just going to give money if the property doesn't make sense, right? They're going to look at what's called the after repair value, right? What can you sell the property if it was in mint condition, right? And that's very, very important because no one is just going to say, here's 500,000, 600, 800,000. It has to make sense, if that makes sense.
So pretty much we have to come up with the numbers before we present to them to get the money for the property.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would recommend you run some preliminary numbers.
Of
They're
course.
gonna double check the numbers and make sure they make sense to them. But yeah, you want to crunch some numbers to make sure that it makes sense as a flip property, right? On that note, so one of the things we do, I'm working on Wealth on the Zoom class every week, is we're constantly analyzing properties. So those of you guys who know, like we usually analyze at least one property every week, and somebody volunteers and they pick a property, and the next week they do their research and present what they think, and we all kind of like, we all look over the work and we decide, well, do we think this is a good investment? Is it a bad investment? We all have our opinions on it, right? And so that's what comes out of it. And why this is so important is because one of the things that people run into is that we have a lot of people who are learning what they're doing and are starting to realize what it makes to have a good investment, how to calculate that. The problem is not everyone has the capital to pull the trigger on it. And I'll tell you, I mean, you guys know this, you guys are out there showing property. When you're a real estate agent, there's gonna come times, and especially if you've been working with an investor and you know how to calculate properties, and after a while you start to do it in your head, there's gonna come times when you're touring a property and you're like, oh my God, I could totally flip the shit out of this property. And they're like, I don't like it because the color of the wall, and you're just thinking like, oh my God, like just kill me because I would so flip this in 5 minutes if I had deep pockets right now, right? And this is an opportunity where if you have a situation like that, like, hey, you guys really pass it? Are you sure you're gonna pass it? Great, because I'm about to pick it up, so I'm gonna put it in an offer after you guys. You get what I'm saying, right? Someone else have a question?
Yeah.
Larry.
Okay, are they interested in like a lot that has an ADU possible built in? I mean, are they willing to?
That is a great question. I don't know the answer.
Call Lauren and ask.
So, yeah, I think it was also part of that as well, that it includes if you want to do a ADU as well.
That will bring the
Add,
property value
add
up.
square footage as
Yes.
well. You know, if it's a 2-1 and you want to do a 3-2, then they're going to be able to provide you. Again, it has to make sense, right?
Yeah.
Because the cost right now of construction and materials has gone up. So if there's a very small margin, right, maybe it's not a good investment. You don't want to hold on to a property that's not selling and there's no profit involved. It's a risk. So it has to make sense. And this is why disclosing is very crucial in the beginning. That you are buying the property at a discount, but with the intent that you will put the property back on the market and make a profit as well. So, yes,
You're
Rosie.
talking about flipping. What about somebody said, you know what, I like it, we're gonna do this one, I want to put an income property and keep it. Is that something that is supposed to be out here?
That's great, but that wouldn't be, it would probably not use the Easy Flip program. We can ask her about it tomorrow, but I don't think that's probably something that's well suited for that particular
I
program.
didn't understand the question.
If they wanted to, if they want to buy it, flip it, and then hold on
Yeah,
to it.
I think you could. You just have to either buy it, refinance it or something.
And pay.
You know, because there's many
That's true,
elements to
that's
it
true,
as
yeah.
well, you know, because again, I still don't know all the elements. Are you buying it as an entity or are you buying it as sole? Okay, are you buying with a corporation? So again, jump on this call. That'll be tomorrow from 3 to, was it 3 to 4?
Yeah, 3 to 4. Every Thursday, 3 to 4. I'll give you some, like,
I just sent you the lady's phone that we call her, ask her.
Thanks, Bob.
so when I look at this cornucopia of classes and stuff, here's some things that I would point out to you guys. 8 o'clock in the morning, Simon talked about it, so I won't double up on that. Oh my God, that's the greatest thing. That's the greatest show on earth. You go 8 to 8:30 every morning and you hear all these people talking about, you know, top producers talking about the wins that they're having in their business. It's like a no-brainer. Ignite, if you're in your first year, 2, maybe 3 years of real estate, I highly recommend Ignite. I took it 3 times in my first couple of years and it was awesome. We're doing it live Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I just taught listing presentations on Tuesday. I had a lot of fun, but more importantly, Lauren Cotner's doing buyer consultations tomorrow. That's like, I mean, you're getting to learn buyer consults from Lauren Cotner, who's a pro. Like, you'd be crazy not to jump in on that. I mean, I would jump on that. Like, if if I had time tomorrow, I would do that myself if I was still in production now. Aaron's teaching, making, receiving offers on Friday. So this is going on. We're in the middle of the 20 class circuit. We will start, we're going to do it. We plan on doing it again. We're going to do it 3 times throughout the year. So if you missed a few classes, you can take it next time. On Saturday, though, we're having the Ignite Marathon. So if you can't make any of these, you might want to jump in on Saturday where it's all the Ignite classes back to back to back. Simon talked about that too. What else on here? It's contracts. Simon teaches every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And then those are my favorite highlights. I would say also the one about if you're interested in tech, all of our technology, command, all that kind of stuff. Scott Leroy teaches a class every day at 10 o'clock. So like if you're new and you want to really learn command and you want to learn our technology, if you have the time, do it all the time. And maybe if not, just pick like 1 class a week. That's something that you don't know much about and jump in there and learn something new. There you go. There's my pick of highlights. I feel like it's like fantasy football. I'm telling you my picks for the week.
This is
and go Rams, by the way, too. Go Rams, yeah.
And then we have next week calendar schedule. Again, we send constant reminders on a daily basis, emails, text messages. But you also have the KW South Bay Hub, right? Jump on that hub, go to our career development and all the classes here. And it's just a click and it'll take you right to that Zoom. If it's in person, then obviously you want to be in person to attend. But this is our next week's class. Valentine's, ladies. Monday.
Even ladies.
Yeah, okay, guys, too then. Give me a rose.
Hey, I forgot to mention one thing. On Saturday, the 19th, family reunion begins in Orlando, Florida. Some people are heading off there. But for those of you guys who are not heading to Orlando, we're going to do some live events here at the office. I know now, granted, they're doing it in Florida, so we're 3 hours behind. So bright and early on Sunday morning, we're gonna be here with Pete's Starbucks is gonna sponsor it. We're gonna get some sort of coffee here to do a bright and early listening to a group call of the, what do you call it, the keynote speaker, and also Gary Keller talking about the state of the market and state of the company. So more to come on, but just, you know, don't make any plans for that weekend because you're gonna want to be here at 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I get to go to Florida. I wish more of us were going, you know, but yeah, I mean, the cost, and obviously there's still a lot of people that are a little concerned regarding COVID. And if you know Florida, Florida is, what COVID? What are you talking about? So, yeah, as Ed was saying, we're gonna host it here on the weekend. Yes, it is 3 hours difference, so super bright and early. Cool. All right, let's kind of continue. All right, we got our guest speaker from First American Title. What's up, Dan? Okay, let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah, those are.
Sorry about
Those
that.
are good. What are you talking about?
It's a little rough.
So if you want to talk here, we have a camera here. So do your thing.
Cool. Hey everyone on Zoom. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sonny, for having us here today. For we know pretty much are familiar with all of you, but for a few of the new faces, I'm Ben Shu with First American Title.
I'm Grant Allen.
And today we wanted to give you a couple of topics, and a few of them were actually impromptu, kind of piggybacking off of some of the discussions that you're already having during your team meeting. I'm gonna let Grant take it away.
All right, so you're talking about that flipper meeting you guys are having tomorrow. Ben and I have a background in data, and the two of us discovered a way to identify properties that are in complete disrepair within a 88% accuracy rate. So tomorrow, you just keep that in the back of your mind when you're talking to your presenter or you're on the call, I guess. This data, you know, we tested it ourselves. It's an algorithm that we have that we came up with, and we've driven the properties throughout the data that we tested, and like I said, within an 88% accuracy rate. So you're going to get
Email me the list. Email me the list. I'll get the numbers. I'll call it.
Okay.
Cool. All right, done. What time this afternoon can I expect that?
Right after this.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'll look for it.
So it's basically using the tax records and information on there to identify data points, data markers that show you that the property is in disrepair. So it's pretty awesome. We have a bunch of flipper clients that use it with great efficiency. So it's something to look forward to and keep in the back of your pocket.
Answering the question I had earlier.
So any questions on that?
Yeah, how soon can I get the list?
Yeah.
That's a valid question.
Right, yeah, right.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have a couple of things. We always are cognizant of your time, and it's really hard to get a listing these days just based on the fact that no one's willing to sell. But if you do get a chance, you want to up your chances to get it. So Ben's got a couple things to share about that.
Absolutely. So I know Simon last week had presented quite a few stats on market stats for areas within different zip codes and within your immediate area of the office. So basically, we can pretty much help you guys supplement your listing report with stat-driven data about the current state of the market and a micro market of where you're at. So you're looking at not just the city of Torrance as a whole, but you're looking at as far down as certain zip codes down to certain MLS areas where we can provide you with the numbers and the actual stats within the area like that you can present to the homeowners. So, or your potential sellers. So you're looking at, current day, average your days on market, or the average sold prices and your actual list versus sale prices. So powerful information that will help you guys stand out above the competition. That might not be talking about specific numbers within their neighborhood like you guys would, to kind of basically help you guys look like seasoned professionals out there.
How granular can you get? Like, can you get Walteria, or can you get to a specific neighborhood area?
We can get down to
2-block radius.
Okay,
Yeah, it's really your, whatever you want, honestly.
thank you.
And then last thing before we go, on the same note of that, it's, hard to secure listings and even harder to get your buyer's offers accepted. You'd hate for something inside the preliminary title report to stop you from buying that property or stop you from being able to sell that property. Ben and I take the time to read every single one of your prelims and send you a breakdown. And we're more than willing to talk to your clients to help them understand, the different questions that they might have. So that's a service that we always provide to our people because we know, we're the professionals, let us answer those questions. And we're also willing to go through prelims with any of you and let you know kind of the ins and outs and what to look for. So we're always here to help you guys.
Yep, cool.
So, thank you, Sam.
Oh, hey, guys.
Before you guys
Let's
start running.
I know. You guys are our best. You got the whole time frame till the end, but I really wanted to ask you, because I get this quite often, especially as a newly licensed agent, I'm a true believer to leverage, right? And I don't know all the answers to everything. I only know real estate. Yeah.
He's talking hypothetically. If you were in
Wow. You want me to brag? Okay, 25 years. But I'm a true believer to the power of leverage and utilizing the people that do it at a high level. I'm not entitled. I don't know title. I know the basics, right? But if a title question comes in, I go to my title people. If a lender question comes in, I go to my lender. If an escrow question comes in, I go to escrow. If it's a broker question, I go to the broker. If it's a legal question, I go to the attorneys. If it's a issue with maybe a home, right? Maybe go to your home inspector, general contractor, right? That's your team. This is part of your team here. Okay, I wish I could say that I know every question you throw at me, but I do not know. And there's some sticky situations that these guys are the experts, and guess what? They have people that they can reach out as well, right?
We have a turn.
And ask, because there's a lot of elements to, clouds on title, liens on title, that now stops you from selling. We want to close deals, right? But when there is a wall that we hit, and it may be an issue with title, these are the go-to people that you need to go with and get these questions
Can I
answered.
give my testimony? These guys
Please.
do most of my transactions. Hey guys.
Hi.
I had a listing in one of the Wilmington properties, and it said on one of the properties, the owner, he owns like 12 properties, but we sold 5. And one of them said something about there was a lawsuit 25 years ago for something, and we didn't, but it was on the title still, and they weren't gonna close. And so I called my friend Ben and said, you gotta dig into this. And so we called the sellers because they're heirs, they don't know, right? So it could have been in another title company, a little bit of a snag. It could have stopped the whole thing. But they basically, I got them the attorney, we looked at the old attorney's name, and we kind of did some forensics on it, but they wiped it out for me so it could close. And they can send that on 3 or 4 deals for me.
Well, let me ask this question.
Okay.
Does everyone know what a title company does? How many can actually say 100% they know what title is all about?
Well, besides.
Only a handful of us, right? If we're a Steve Gottlieb, he knows everything.
You're like,
But honestly, I think a lot of us really do not know that. This is why we go to the right people, right? Okay, so, awesome.
Right.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Right.
Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, let me go back to the slide. I think that's pretty much. Oh, okay, so we talked about family reunion. Obviously, we're gonna be hosting it here live at the office. I believe Natalie will be here to make sure that it's streaming on here. It's gonna be super early, but again, if you cannot make it to Orlando, Florida, we're gonna have it here as well. Now, if you paid for it as well, you can watch it on the comfort of your home as well too over the weekend. So This is for you, Lauren.
Oh, okay.
So any needs and want, we're gonna start now promoting
It's called needs and haves.
needs and haves
Yeah,
and wants.
Yeah, needs and wants are kind of the same thing.
Okay, so this is an opportunity. We used to do this many, many years ago, and it's an opportunity if you have any pocket listings, any coming soon listings, that way we internally keep it in-house. So this is a prime time, especially during our team meetings, to needs and haves
Or wants.
or wants.
Right, yeah, basically needs are the same thing. Like, let's say you have a buyer that you've written, you've written 3 or 4 offers on, and you know exactly what they want. This is the perfect time to pitch it, because maybe somebody's farming that
Of
area
course.
and has somebody. So that's why we recommend doing it.
Yeah, so anyone, this is the opportunity. Any potential coming soon? Anyone looking, has a buyer having some challenges, trying to get an offer, maybe we have something going on. Bob, please stand up and share your.
Thank you. I have a off-market property right now, probably list in a couple of weeks, in Culver City. On Inglewood Boulevard. It's 760 square feet, 2-1, zoned R3. So the potential is there to put a duplex on it. He wants just under $1 million. You could potentially add to it and sell it for more. The bigger play would probably be putting it in or turning it into a duplex. 400,000, pick it up for under $1 million, 400,000, get you 1.8. So if you want more info, let me know.
How big is the lot?
3,900 square feet.
In Culver City, that's big. I have something. to tell
Yes,
you.
Lauren.
So I have a friend of mine that has a home in the Riviera. It's a view home, has the main home, and it sits up on the hills on Villa Los Miradores, so it's on the hillside. And it has a pool, which a lot of people don't like. You'll find that some of your buyers will eliminate it automatically because of the pool. But what's really cool about it is it has a back house that's upstairs. I haven't seen that because it was always hard to get up her windy stairs. But it's a real slow process, but she wants 2.1, one down, just was sold off market at 1.95. Not the same kind of house at all. Very unique, very cool, bit of a fixer, has like fascia problem, but it's a really unique home, and I'm gonna meet with her on, a bunch of us are going out for Valentine's Day, so I'll just talk to her more then. If she'll let people come see it, I'll let you guys know, but right now, if you want the address, come by and we'll talk about it. I don't wanna give it to everybody.
Beautiful, awesome. Anyone else like to share? Yes, Rosie, please.
Okay, Patricia and I, we have a few listings, we have to put on hold because we were sickness. And so we have one in Wilmington, that is coming up. I don't know the price yet, but it's got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,300 square footage, 5,400 square footage lots. And then we have one in Torrance, will be ready probably in 3 weeks. And it's gonna be in a street, country street, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 15,000 square footage or so. And then we have another one in Hawthorne. That one maybe 2 more weeks, and that's 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. That's only 1,200 square footage, and that will be ready in 2 or 3 weeks. And then I have a lease in Western Avenue in Torrance. It's a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, AC, Western dryer hookup, parking, and it's gonna be ready maybe in 2 weeks for $2,400 a month. And then I have another one. Okay, well, we have another one in Long Beach. It's a brand new AD unit, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. The square footage is like 850. No parking, and that's gonna be run for $2,200 a month. So call us if you have any. Thanks.
That's awesome. Congrats.
We have it working.
Everything's happening in 2 weeks.
Everything in 2 weeks, absolutely. Anyone else? Oh, I have someone on Zoom says, I have a cash buyer looking for a three bedroom place in Pellisburg, is ideally looking for a place around 1 million. I think all of us are.
Go find out.
Hey, he or she threw it out, but I'm not sure who it is. Anyone else like to pitch their upcoming soon pocket listings or have a buyer that's looking at a specific?
I have one.
Yes.
Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. So real quick, I have a listing coming soon in Palm Desert, all the way in Palm Desert. So it's in the nice area close to El Paseo. It's being fixed up, so it's not ready to go to market yet, but should be in the next month or so. So just gonna put it out there in case anybody does have anyone looking out there.
Beautiful.
It's 3 beds, 2 baths, single family home. It has a pool and a jacuzzi, and it's going to look very gorgeous once finished.
Beautiful. Is this Heather, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, see, I know my agents.
Really
Awesome. Thank you, Heather, for sharing. Yeah, great opportunity out there too, as well, right in Palm Springs. We were there a couple of weeks back, and weather was nice, and there's a lot. I was surprised how many people were out there. A lot of people that evening, right?
Yep.
So good stuff. Awesome. Anyone else? Yes, sir, please.
I got a potential buyer, he's looking for a multi-unit property, max maybe 4 units, with tenants, the worse condition, the better, all cash offer.
What's his max?
He already has properties, so he wants to do more, so he didn't really tell me his max, but
Yeah, he's playing it. Okay,
the
good.
more, the worse condition, the better.
Right, he wants you to get it too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so if anybody has anything like that, it, any area is fine, as long as it's not outside of LA County.
Beautiful. Thank you. Aaron, please.
So I have a duplex in Wilmington, pocket listing. They're both renters, 2 homes, one in the front, one in the back, large lot. There is a 2 leases coming up in March, one on Prairie, 182nd, and the other one is Normandy and 228. And there's a listing going live today out in Sylmar, and there's a 1.89 coming up in Eagle Rock, and $1 million in beautiful home in Harbor City that's on hold because of sickness.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. I think Champaign has one too. I have a client wants a large lot for containers and trucks up to 3.4 million. If you have any vacant land, is that here in the LA County, or they're open to other counties as well? Champaign.
Yes, sir.
Approximately 17,000 or plus more lot size, preferably LA. So if you come across a potential vacant land in the LA County, 17 plus lot size, Champaign has a buyer up to 3.4 mil. So.
Bet you those title guys could find it.
Yeah. Opportunities targeting those vacant land owners. So yeah, absolutely. So great stuff. Anyone else? The ones going twice. All right. Yes, sir.
All these leads on launch, will they be posted?
No.
Mentioned?
No, you just have to have good memory, right?
You got to write it down.
Okay.
Reach out to whoever's like, if it's a Champaign on Zoom, make sure that you reach out to Champaign. Hey, Champaign, the vacant land that your buyer wants. Hey, I have an opportunity. I might be listing a property that's about 25,000 square feet lots out in Millsware. So again, this is just a great opportunity to network, right? Rub elbows with the agents, right? But more so to keep it in-house as well. So anyone else? All right. Well, that concludes. We've got one more slide. And that's today's AW Care Super Bowl lunch. So we're going to be starting in less than 5 minutes. You guys ready?
What's the jersey? Yeah.
My jersey's in the office. So I had to prepare for the team meeting, and then I'm going to be putting on my Rams t-shirt, even on my Chicago Bears. So please stick around and enjoy the festivities. We got food ready. Let's make it happen.
All right.
Thanks, guys. I'm rooting for you. Okay.
So much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Rose's got like her hands full trying to get it.
never in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime. Sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans.